All right, let's get into it. It is 6:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the East Coast. I'm your host for the Get It Back in Blood podcast, Miss Kaj Taylor, a.k.a. Miss Go. I'm not changing my name, Kaj, which is spelled Kaag, and I'm not changing my other DBA, Miss Go, okay? Let me explain something to you about my personality and how I see certain situations that I've been placed in. I see you females, you do have your businesses, you on and popping, you're doing great things. In a time where it's very hard for other business owners or other people. I understand the power dynamics. I understand there are power dynamics. I understand that you are a woman of a certain status, but not caliber. I understand that you believe that you are entitled to what you think a woman that's going through some kind of economic stress right about now. I understand that you feel like just because we're unemployed that we're better in bed, that we make them feel like, he's a man, that we, have all the time to give him, that you don't. So I understand, you think that this is a fallback on situation. Truth be told, I don't give a fuck. Truth be told, you're never gonna outwoman me. You ain't got time for your kids or none of that. I don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is, woman to woman, I think you need to stop picking other females apart. Because like I'm saying, in my situation, yes, I've been married for years. But I let my man go do what the fuck he wanted to do. There is no divorce. There will be no divorce. So using all your power and your business status or your clique of, we all that asshole shit, that shit doesn't faze me. I'm the Grant Taylor, bitch. If you increased with my husband, then you increased off my name. You increased off of my family prestige. My husband is my coat of arms for my family. You had no business attacking me in any type of way. I let you have your time with my husband because if he wasn't really ready to be a husband, then he shouldn't have. Anyway. But I moved on with my life. You understand what I'm saying? I moved on. I just been unemployed for about 3 years. I've been working the entire time. I'm very nurturing, and caring woman, but that's not enough for my husband. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't enough for him. So he has to go find what is enough for him. But he's not getting a divorce. He can't come back with your vaginal secretions on him. Or none of that. Because you all play this role like you didn't have time for a man so many times. And you only want a man sometimes when they are married. You understand what I'm saying? You only want a man sometimes when you are married. Yellow niggas ain't motherfuckers types. But, it's a different type of marriage. And I've been in this since I was younger. So, not really understanding why I had to keep my marriage a secret, why I had to just stay separate from my husband because bitches like you feel like you are entitled to that particular man because you have these things. And I'm talking like this, and I'm a bitch that works very hard. I'm the working class. I'm a middle class, working class woman. I can't see taking all kind of money because all good money, all money ain't good money, like I said. It was taking me some time to build what I wanted to build because I had to change careers because at every turn I had people harassing me on my job. And even now that I'm in business and, it's still you hoes attacking motherfuckers that ain't bothering you. He's not getting a divorce, and you're never going to be seated on my throne. You know what I'm saying? You can't have my throne. You can have a throne in his life, but it won't be my throne. Since you all of that, bitch. Devastated, to say the least. I had to train my mind to deal with my situation because I was embarrassed. You understand what I'm saying? Totally fucking embarrassed. And every time he comes up, it's some more embarrassing shit and some more vaginal secretions, bitch. Different vaginal secretions. And so I'm just like, you're my husband, but I'm hesitant to lay down with you. Because you bitches be nasty. Your attitude's nasty. Who you are as a person is nasty. You do dirty, filthy ass shit. Because you feel you're entitled to what another woman has. Damn, bitch, we're in a recession. A lot of us are sitting hard. Beyonce 400 million ain't in her motherfucking bank account. So, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you hoes is or where the fuck you come from. I don't even think you have a citizenship here in the U.S. And if you're another immigrant, bitch, I'm going to be very motherfucking upset. Because you know how I feel about these immigrant bitches having these motherfucking upper echelon attitudes over other women that were born and raised here in the United States, bitch. When everything is motherfucking handed to you and your mammy in a fucking package, bitch. Only people that don't get the same rights as the others, a Latino can't tell you a lot of shit. Because only certain Latinos is going to get that full package. Kamala is a separatist. Always been a separatist. But I'm telling you, I've dined with millionaires and billionaires my motherfucking self. If they want you, then they want you. If they don't, then they don't. But you can't sit down here in your life every day and be sad and depressed because somebody did not choose you. You understand what I'm saying? Because God is supposed to not have a respected person. He's supposed to make another path for you. That's what his word says. But he's a fucking liar. I sit back and I think about the manipulation of the Christian church. How Kamala has used it. How other politicians have used it. How people that sing gospel use it. You know? But, to say the least, there's no need for me to get unmarried if every man I meet is like my husband. I might as well keep that marriage. So I'm not really fucking understanding how the fuck you passing judgment on a woman that you do not know. You don't know if she's unemployed. You don't know. They don't know. All they know is that if they go to the same, listen, bitch, these are the type of bitches that'll send a bitch to you, right? And pretend to be your fucking friend. No, this is about your husband. This is about your significant other. Since she got the money, she gonna send a bitch to you and say, oh, it's an off-pay cycle week. You done paid all your motherfucking bills. You only make about $3,500 a month. Some of you bitches, your husband don't do shit for you neither. Some of you bitches, you lose your fucking job. He'll know about it. He'll try to send you some advice. But he's gonna always send you the advice of another bitch. That ain't gonna work for you. Why? Because it's not meant to work for you. So what I'm telling you is that these bitches don't be knowing these women. You don't really know. Because that bitches I thought were unemployed. I mean, I'm looking at them and they supposed to be so lavish. But she'll send a bitch and say, well, let's go this place. And be counting your pockets and see how much money you got. That's manly, masculine ass shit to do, but women do that shit. Don't sit here and say that women do that. Don't sit here and say that women do not compare bank accounts. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? You know, I mean, we hear all the songs, we see all that shit. Yeah, whatever. But there's no divorce. There will be no divorce. If every man you meet is like the man that married you and mistreats you or disregards you, then why the fuck do you keep dating? If you can't find a man to be everything for you that your husband is to his mistresses and his side piece, his long-time side piece of 10, 15, 20 years that he chose to be with over you, what the fuck you gonna keep giving a fuck about a dating pool for? That bitch better shut the fuck up. Because if that bitch don't get off my finances proper, then the motherfucker, I'm gonna go upside her motherfucking head. She better get off my children and my finances. She is not the wife. I am. And I don't bother her kids. I don't bother their children, they cars. I don't do none of that shit. All that shit you doing backwards to me is just like, the fuck you doing that for? He's not getting a divorce. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some of it I speak from experience, and some shit I don't speak from experience. But my experience is I've been estranged from mine for a very long time. We got spiritually, we got, remarried or whatever. We got remarried. So it's just because what the fuck? That's what my attitude is with men the way it is. Like, okay, but you're not showing me anything different. As a man, you haven't shown me anything different. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Everything you saying to me is irrelevant at this 7:07 hour. All that shit you've been saying up to this 7:07 hour, that point, that shit has been so fucking irrelevant. I had to grow up. I had to fucking grow up. So no, my children are not by my husband. No, they're not. It's not like you sitting your ass at home with your husband every single day and you're texting other men and being with other men. That's not my situation. That has not been my situation. So, no, my children are not by my husband. We're Latino, so therefore our kids probably may look similar because my twin was his best friend. So, that's pretty much how that's fucking going. I don't want to get too much into my marriage situation. That's none of your business, really. But just sit your ass on the queen side chick throne and thrive, bitch. Congratulations to you and my husband for doing what the fuck you do best. But I am still trained to go, and there's no train to go without me. Period. I put in a lot of work. I am never unemployed, and I want you to understand this. Right? All right. Well, I'm Miss Kosh Taylor, a.k.a. Miss Motherfucking Go for the Get It Back in Blood podcast. I'll be back.